But what do you feel is the role of social media, and what kind of mental health issues? I know you said anxiety a couple of times, but what kind of mental health issues are showing up because of everything that's happening on social media? And there's so many aspects for a young person.
Yeah. So see, the digital space is very complex, right? We are aware that there are many ways that young people and adults also use it in a good way, right? For knowledge, to learn, to do research.
Not only.
Yeah?
Yes,
Not only.
but those are the good parts, and
good
those are very
parts, right?
powerful. Those can be very powerful.
Absolutely. And it is a central part of education now. I mean,
Yes.
all the more progressive schools are using it in so many different ways, and colleges and
It's
universities
a mixed
as well.
blessing.
Yeah?
We all accept that.
Yeah. On the flip side, when you go into the social media space, right, where you are forming virtual relationships, right? You're becoming a member of a space that has its own rules. And you have to stretch yourself to fit in, right? You have to build a persona and you have to perform to be able to create an impact. And unfortunately, so many young people are looking for those likes and the thumbs ups.
Yes. Even
and
adults.
the smileys.
Even adults. Everyone is susceptible to it.
Indeed. But you can imagine how the young people are vulnerable to it, because this is the phase when they're building a sense of identity and whether they're likable or not, right?
Yes.
So the kind of things they do, the way they stretch themselves to be able to get those validations from the virtual space.
They're building a life in the virtual space.
Is extreme and maddening, absolutely, right? So it becomes a constant preoccupation of how to do this right. Yeah, how to put a persona and an image which people like, which people get impressed by, and people get jealous of, isn't it? It's constant.
So complex.
And the other thing about the social media is that it never leaves you. So one big thing that we always knew that young people require is what is called downtime. So when they experience life, whether it is internal or external in their peer group, in the sports field, in schools, with education, with their parents and other adults, all that needs time to assimilate and sink in. And for that, they require something called downtime, which is time to do nothing.
When you're doing nothing at all.
Absolutely.
When
Getting bored,
when you're just looking around,
thinking, daydreaming, and letting all these experiences get absorbed. Social media doesn't allow you to do that. Because there's a constant companion. Even when children, as soon as they wake up, they'll reach out for their phone. Even when they go to their bathrooms, they will carry it with them. There's no respite.
So you're saying the anxiety, that is producing extreme anxiety.
Massive anxiety, right? And social media, when it is not controlled, when it goes out of hand, when kids now, this is the other kind of addiction, when they begin to get addicted to social media and screen, then it becomes a complete spiraling out of control kind of a scenario, right? And
how are we dealing with this? How are parents of young kids, of teenagers dealing with this?
So they're not dealing very well, honestly.
It's
most
tough,
of them,
right?
Yeah,
it's tough.
It's a very tough call because of various reasons. Firstly, because screens are an integral part of our lives now.
Yes.
Even adults, right?
Yes.
And you can't deny them access to screens because, like we were saying, that whether it is education or recreation and entertainment, or sometimes genuine social connecting with families, connecting with friends, chatting,
it makes
etc.
life easier. It does make life easier.
Absolutely. Those are legitimate things, right? Yeah. But then how do you draw that line? One of the ways to draw it, of course, is to categorize the kind of use.
Yes.
In the family, have discussions that what do I, and actually chart it. And as an adult, as a responsible adult, also say that I'm going to do that too. I'll see how many hours of screen I use, how much.
So you have to set an example. You have to work on it together. You can't be on the phone and tell your kid that you can't be. You have to walk the talk.
Walk the talk, and then say, okay, I've realized that I actually do too much of scrolling. I've done 1 to 2 hours, and I am going to stop doing that.
Yeah.
But I will use my phone for other things.
Yes.
For my office work, for sometimes connecting with my friends, and with maybe entertainment. Listen to some music.
Yes.
Watch a movie.
Yeah.
Yes, when the time permits or when I have factored that in. But I cannot do it mindlessly. And I cannot get carried away with Instagram and Facebook in the way I did.
Yes.
And can we then have a conversation at home as to who's doing how much screen? How do you use it, right?
Very nice. I think that's very interesting. I wonder if there'll be enough families that are open to this kind of open to the open conversation.
In our experience, when you put it like that, when they realize that what they have been doing by taking their gadgets away temporarily or being very harsh and judgmental about it or even sneaking into their phones, etc., without their consent, etc., they don't work. They boomerang back like how?
Yes, because
See,
there's
again,
a sense of
a relationship
self.
is about trust.
Yes.
It's about, it's
Yes.
about respect of personal
Also,
boundaries,
yes,
isn't it? Yeah.
yes.
And when you are, expecting and hoping that your child will respect all those things in you and other people, you ought to do that to them.
Yes.
Yeah. You have to respect them. You have to do things which will make them trust you.
It requires a
Right.
lot of integrity in your own behavior as
Absolutely.
well. It does require a whole lot of
Yeah,
integrity.
yeah. And if you want to actually make a difference in their lives, you have to have a good relationship so that they open up, and show them so that they open up and they are able to kind of, in a very gradual way, one step at a time, show you what's happening in their world,
And what they're
kind of
thinking.
music they're listening
Yes.
to, who are their friends. When they go out for a party or a get together, will they share some numbers of their friends with you?
Yeah.
That comes from the relationship and the trust that you build. And you have to work hard at it, that connect. You have to invest in it. You have to spend time. You have to look at things that they're doing without judgment.
Time is the
Time
thing.
is the thing
Time
as
is
well.
what people sometimes don't give.
Don't give,
Right?
yeah.
Time is
Yeah.
the one.